What's going on, everybody? Let me pin this comment so y'all will know what we are talking about today. What's going on, y'all? Turn my volume up. You would think I would do this before I go live, but I can't pin the comment until I go live. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday! What's up? Happy Friday Eve. I'm super excited to talk about the topic of today. It's so funny how y'all will hit me up on my DMs, okay? And I'm going live in a few places. So again, if you see me looking everywhere, that's because I'm trying to give everybody some love. But if you see, or no, I already said that. But it's so funny that y'all will hit me up on my DMs when I post something instead of commenting on my post. Like, if y'all would comment on my post, then more people could see my content. But no, I love y'all when y'all DM me or whatnot. I had a post yesterday. I made a post yesterday. Actually, let me pull it up. Was it yesterday? It might have been the day before yesterday. Yeah, it was the day before yesterday. And it was talking about juggling your kids, a 9-to-5, and thinking about financial freedom, right? That was the post, and how it was a post basically talking to other moms and other people with jobs. Like, if you have other things going on in life, you have kids, you have a 9-to-5, you have just life is happening, but you also want to start a business. You also want to create an additional stream of income. You also want to elevate your family, your circumstances, yourself in some type of way, but you've been finding it difficult. It is possible. Is it easy? No. Is it worth it? For sure. And a lot of you all really, I guess, resonated with that post and hit me up in my DMs and was asking me questions and thanked me and all of that. And so I want to actually elaborate on the post, because what I found is that a lot of you all were just like, well, I have this going on, so this is hard to do. I have that going on, so this is hard to do. And so I want to give y'all like 3 pointers on how to juggle your life and your business, right? Whether you're starting a business or whether you have an existing business, I think that these 3 pointers will help you out. But not only am I going to tell you the 3 pointers, I'm going to wrap them around into how I've been able to implement them into my own life, okay? So I'm not just telling y'all stuff just to tell you stuff. These are things that I have done and am doing, okay? Because I used to have a job and now I have a child. And so these are things that I've done and am doing, and want to let you all know that things can happen for you too. For those of you all who do not know me, I'm Tatiani Favors, your tax business coach. And tax business coach is just a fancy way of saying I'm a business coach to predominantly tax professionals, okay? People in the taxation industry. I've been in this industry for the past 19 years. I know a lot about a lot, and not just about tax preparation, okay? And I am the founder and owner of my online trade school, Tax Boss Academy Digital. It is open for enrollment now. We get launched on July 8th. So I'm going to give y'all the holiday to have your fun. We launch on Monday, July 8th. And enrollment is open now. And we have some pre-sales happening now. If you do get into it before we actually launch, then you can enjoy 6 months free of the monthly fee. Okay, there is a one-time fee. And then there's a monthly fee of only $47 right now, in which if you go ahead and take advantage of that, you won't have to pay until February 2025, and you can decide to pay or you can decide to bounce. Whatever you decide is fine. But definitely want to make this super easy for you all to join. The taxation industry is just so muddy, okay? It's time to clean it up. And Tax Boss Academy is how it's done. It's been in existence for the past 3 years. I have so many graduates, so many people that has been able to change their mindset, that's been able to change their financial circumstances, that's been able to give opportunities to other people. Okay. And so I want the same for you all. So definitely click the link in my bio and learn more about Tax Boss Academy Digital. Okay. Again, we're going to talk today about juggling life and business, right? And I like the word juggling. A lot of people use the word balance, right? A lot of people use the word balance. I'm looking for a balance. I'm looking for a balance. I don't really believe in balance, right? I don't think that it exists when you're in business. And, let's argue in the comments, right? Or let's argue in the comments about this. But I don't really think that balance truly exists, right? When I think of balance, I think of a scale. So if you have a scale, right, here's the scale. You have your life and, personal life, and then you have business. And if everything is balanced, then it's like equal like this. But to me, this right here, if things are this, can y'all see me? Maybe if it's better if I do this. If it's like this, then there's no movement. There's no movement if things are the same. So sometimes your business is up here. That means you prioritized it, and your personal life is down here because you prioritize business. Sometimes it goes like this, where you have prioritized your life, your personal life, your kids, your whatever, and then your business kind of goes like that. It's a prioritization for me, is the balance of it all. And I like to use the word juggling because when you're juggling, okay, you're not dropping anything, but at one point in time, a ball is up here while a ball is down here. This ball can represent your business while this ball represents your personal life. Sometimes your personal life takes priority. Okay, and it's up in the air, and your business is down here. For an example, say, and let me preface this example with an explanation, so you can really get what I'm saying. When we are talking about balancing and prioritizing things, right? It doesn't have to be, well, this year I'm prioritizing my business, because that's too big of a chunk. Okay, that's too big. It's too large. You're going to get too overwhelmed and you're not going to do anything, right? So literally, you can decide to prioritize your personal life or your business in chunks. It could be this weekend, I'm going to prioritize my business. This weekend, I'm going to prioritize my kids. This weekend or tonight, for the next few hours, it's all about working on my business. Let me find a babysitter for my kids, because today I'm making my business my priority. I'm turning my phone on do not disturb. My business is going to be up here. My personal life is going to be up here. This is my priority for now. So when I say priority, it's not an all or nothing type thing. It can't be. It can't be when you have a job, especially when you have kids and you have other types of engagements and responsibilities and things of that nature. Now, it is a decision that you have to make, that you're going to say, okay, I'm going to prioritize ABC or XYZ for X amount of time. Okay. But don't do it in chunks like 2024 is all about the family. 2024 is all about the business, unless you are at that level. But we're not talking about at that level. We're talking about those of you all who are starting out. And even if you're not just starting out, you're starting to really to build your business and you want to scale it so you can be at that level. So you can be like, you know what, this year I've worked the past 10 years. I got the check. I got everything. This year I am prioritizing my family. I want to go on 10 vacations. I want, that is a thing that people do. I'm not talking to those people today. Okay. So let's preface that with who I'm talking to. I'm speaking to you. And so when we talk about balance, there is no balance. I like the word juggling. So that's why this is called Juggling Life and Business. And again, I want to go ahead and give y'all 3 main points on how you can juggle your life and your business, and how I've implemented these things into my life, okay? Because it's not impossible for you to start a tax business, for you to scale your tax business when you have kids, when you have a job, when you have whatever. And life could be, and let me just say this as well. If you don't have kids, if you don't have a full-time job, and you just have a very robust social life, this can be you too, because you're like, how am I gonna fit in the business between all of my whatever? Hey, if that's what you're going to do, that's fine. These tips and tricks can be can be for you as well. Okay, you just need to make some decisions. Everybody does. So the first piece of advice that I would say is to leverage your time. Okay, leverage your time. And for those of you all who don't know what leverage means, it simply means just maximizing something to your advantage. Okay, so if you're maximizing time to your advantage, that's what leveraging your time means. And so what does that mean? Early mornings, late nights. Early mornings, late nights. So those quiet hours when the kids are asleep at night or first thing in the morning, okay, you can work on your business. Also, even if just an hour a day, an hour to a day, that really helps. Okay. Also, weekends, you can dedicate a few hours over the weekend. Hey, Melva, you can dedicate some time over the weekend, a few hours, to focus on some key tasks that you need to get accomplished. Okay. And you can break it down into manageable chunks so you don't get overwhelmed and so you can stay focused. Now, how have I implemented these things into my life? Well, in 2 ways. One, the early morning and late nights. I'm doing that now. I have a 9-month-old. This is my one and only child, so I'm actually a new parent, a new mother. I have a 9-month-old. And even a couple nights ago, I put him to sleep like 11 o'clock, from like midnight to like 3 a.m. I'm working. Am I tired? Yes, but I needed to finish something. I have things I need to do. I need to approve things. I need to make sure things are in order for my team. I need to make sure that the transfer over to platforms, because we're switching platforms for Tax Boss Academy Digital, that's going smoothly. I need to make sure that all the editors have my approval to do whatever. I have things to do on my end that I need to make sure are done that I wasn't necessarily able to complete during business hours. Okay. And this is what I call business hours. So late nights, I'm up. Okay. Even tired or whatnot, I'm up. I put him down. I have quiet time. He sleep. I have quiet time. Boom. I can knock out some work, a few hours there. Okay. The weekends, when I used to have a job, I don't have a job anymore outside of my business. But when I had a job and worked for someone else, I was a weekend warrior in my business. I had a 9-to-5, and then evenings and weekends was dedicated to my business. Okay, was dedicated to my business. And so it's a sacrifice that is a decision that you have to make. That, okay, you know what? I am deciding that instead of sleeping or catching up on a TV show or whatever, I'm going to spend an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours on this task so I can keep my momentum, so I can keep my focus, so I can stay progressive. Okay. So again, it's a sacrifice, but how bad do you want what you say you want? If you want an additional stream of income that's sustainable and that's consistent, you're not just going to wake up with it just because you want it real bad. Okay. You have to make some decisions to make it happen. Just because, you say you want to leave your job. Okay, well, how is that going to happen if you don't replace that income? you need to first put things in order to replace that income. You say you want to hire a nanny or someone to come to your home to watch your child versus put them in daycare. How is that going to happen? You get what I'm saying? You say you want to go, instead of going on one vacation a year, you want to go on 4. You want to go on a vacation quarterly. How is that going to happen? Okay. And so you have to sacrifice certain things to get where you want to go. And if you do it right, the sacrifice is going to be very temporary. What is a year out of the 80 years average that a person lives? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is even 2 years? Okay. If you do it right, the sacrifice isn't always going to be the sacrifice. Okay. And that's something that I had to learn. It's like I either sacrifice now while I'm still, able to, or I'm going to sacrifice later when I'm not able to and I'm old and I can't do anything. You get what I'm saying? And I'm living this mediocre life. Like, I think about those things and I think about my goals. I think about my child and I think about what God wants me to do and what he put me on this earth to do. And the point is, we all are going to expire one day, and we all have something that God has ordained for us to do, right? And we have a specific amount of time to do it. So laying around or whatnot to whatever always is not what we need to do to get to where we want to go, okay? We're supposed to do God's will here on earth as it is in heaven. People say those words but don't really understand and implement that. We have something to do here, okay? Sacrifice like others won't so I can live like others can't. Exactly. And like I said, if you do it right, the sacrifice isn't even going to be this long and this lonely after a while. Because my sacrifice in the beginning of my entrepreneurial career is not my sacrifice now, okay? Because what did I tell y'all I was doing the other day? I wasn't preparing taxes. I was approving edits so other people can do their job. I was overseeing a lot of things. So even though I still have a role and I'm still up late at night and I might be a little sleepy, my tasks aren't what they used to be. When I used to be up all night, I used to be preparing taxes all day, okay? I used to be, reading over transcripts and trying to, call the IRS on my lunch break for clients and things of that nature. Now, I'm overseeing a team and just managing things and making sure that I'm being the leader that I need to be so other people can follow. Okay, making sure that Tax Boss Academy Digital is everything I need it to be so y'all can continue to get the results that my past students have gotten and my current students have gotten and even more. Okay, making sure that I'm utilizing my gifts that God has given me to make sure that I'm having a positive impact on you all. That keeps me up at night. It's a different, I know I'm going like I'm Tangent Queen, y'all, so my fault. But this might be for someone, okay? But when you know your purpose, when you understand what you're here to do, then you do it. And you have this like go type of attitude to get it done. Sag sister, hey boo, I miss you so much. So leverage your time, guys. Leverage your time. The second bit of advice I have is to start small. Okay? To start small. Okay? Like, so when I say start small, I mean like start with an online course, start with a mentor, start with something. And I'm not going to even like, I was about to say something else, so I'll use another analogy. I'm not going to tiptoe around the subject or whatnot. But when I say start small, look, join Tax Boss Academy Digital. Okay? Join the online school Tax Boss Academy Digital to get that step-by-step guidance that you need to get to where you're trying to go. And the reason why I say start small, because right now it's only $500 to get started. $497 to join a school that will teach you how to start, build, and scale your profitable and sustainable tax business, okay? You have some tax prep training classes that's $500 plus. You get to learn how to be an entire business person for the same price. That's how you start small. You start small by joining Tax Boss Academy Digital, because you can learn at your own pace. You can get the step-by-step guidance that you really need, and you can fit it into your schedule at any time, okay? One thing about Tax Boss Academy Digital is this, and the reason why we're changing platforms is the platform that we are changing to, it has an app that is available in the App Store, okay? Whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can have access to the app. That means you can watch the modules at any time, wherever you are. You can socialize with the community in the app, wherever you are. The app is not glitchy, because trust and believe, I tried it out for a while before I chose this platform. Okay, so start small. You can either a lot of people come in Task Boss Academy, they decide to finish all the modules in a short period of time. Or you can say, you know what, I'm going to do 3 modules this weekend. I'm going to do a module a day. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. But my suggestion to you is to start small, okay? And you can always build gradually. You can always build gradually. You don't need to do everything all at once to launch your tax business right now. That's why we start in July. You have 6 months to get everything ready, to prepare for tax season. And that's exactly how I created it, okay? You don't have to do everything in one day. You don't have to do everything in 1 week. So you can start by learning the basics and then gradually move into more complex tasks. And that's exactly how Tax Boss Academy is set up, okay? You start with the basics and then we gradually ramp it up, okay? Because, and I have been, improving the school for years to make sure that you all can not only grasp the information, but don't get overwhelmed while trying to grasp everything. Okay, so don't try to fit everything in once. Forget about these tax gurus out here that's talking about start a tax business in 30 days. Impossible. You can buy a software and learn how to prepare a basic tax return in 30 days. But starting any business in 30 days you can't. Okay, you can have a skill set in 30 days, but an actual business, you think Amazon was created in 30 days? You think the Walton Company, Sam's Club, Walmart, all of that was created in 30 days? You think these Fortune 500 companies were created in 30 days? Not at all. Okay, someone sat down somewhere, had strategy, okay, had some strategy, and was very intentional about how they wanted to proceed with building this business. And that's exactly how you should approach your tax business, and that's exactly how I teach it. Okay, we're small businesses. It doesn't mean we're broke businesses. It doesn't mean that we're haphazard businesses. It doesn't mean that we don't function from the very beginning like these Fortune 500 companies do. Because why not? That's how we get there. They started somewhere, and so are you. Okay, and so are you. You're starting from somewhere as well. Okay, so start small. The third and final piece of advice I have for you all, because I know some of y'all are on your lunch break, is to set goals. Okay, and I know y'all like, okay, everyone says set goals. I mean, because you should. Okay, you should have something like, what is your target? What are you trying to hit? Okay, set goals. And what does that look like? That looks like daily tasks. Okay, so when we're talking about your daily tasks, I really want you to look at what your goals are and then break them down into a smaller, more achievable task. Okay, why? Because when you do that, when you take something that's so huge, like starting a profitable, sustainable tax business, right? And then you say, but what are these achievable tasks that I need to do? And then start doing them and implementing them each day. What that does is it keeps you focused. Okay, and it helps you prevent overwhelm. It helps you not get overwhelmed so quickly, because what happens is when you add too much too soon, you become very overwhelmed very quickly. and then you stop, and then you quit, and then boom, it's over. Let me give you an example outside of business, right? So say, I know we're already in summer, but say you want to get your summer body on, you want to get a better body or whatnot. So you're like, you know what? I'm gonna work out five times a week, and I'm gonna eat veggie plates for the next month. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do starting today, starting right now, right? And you might be able to sustain that for the first week, maybe. But going from 0 workout a week to 5 workouts a week, going from I eat meat every day to I'm eating veggie plates all the time, that is way too big of a chunk. And most of us, including me, okay, and I know I'm not the only one. When I add too much to my plate at one time, I fail miserably. It does not work. It's not sustainable. I end up, it's too much. It's not sustainable. And I end up getting overwhelmed, and then I don't do anything. Right? That's not what I want for y'all. And I feel like that's what y'all do too, because my students have that happen, and I see it all the time. You can't go from 0 to 100 and think that you're going to sustain that. That's a minority of people who can do that. And great, more power to them, because go off, sis, right? I can't, and majority of people can't. So how you should approach that, you know what? I want a better body. I'm going to start off with 2 days out the week. I can go to the gym, and Monday through Friday, I'm not going to eat any junk food. I'm going to take all the chips and cookies out, my diet. The weekend, if I can indulge if I want to. And then every week I'm going to take something else away that I'm not supposed to eat, and I'm going to add a fruit or vegetable. Like that gradual thing. Every week you can maybe add a day to the gym, or maybe add 15 or 30 minutes to each time you go to the gym. That's how you gradually get it to where, okay, it's in your DNA. They say you need 21 days of doing something before it becomes a habit as an adult. So that's 3 weeks. So at least for 3 weeks, you have to do something continuously before you actually get it, before it actually becomes a habit, right? So start off slow. Start off with the basics, okay? Like I said, start off with the basics. But then once you identify your goal, chop it up into bite-sized pieces, okay? And start achieving those tasks. One thing that I do in Task Boss Academy, and one thing that I personally have a great skill set at doing, is I have the ability to take complex goals and tasks and break them down into digestible bite-sized pieces for you to be able to complete. And that's exactly how Task Boss Academy is structured. Okay, it is a whole bunch of digestible bite-sized pieces for you to consume and then implement. Consume and implement. You watch the module, you implement. You watch that module, you implement. Oh, you have questions? Great. We have weekly live Q&A sessions, okay? Weekly live Q&A sessions that I run. Not no one on my team. I'm there answering your questions, okay? I have that capability, and I have created my school to make sure that everything is making sense for you, okay? And the final thing, I want you to celebrate your wins along the way. No matter how small or big, I want you to acknowledge and celebrate all of your victories, okay? This will boost your confidence and keep you moving forward. Trust me, when you identify, okay, I am winning, you want to win more. It's something innate in us that it's like we're doing the right thing and we're acknowledging it and we're getting applause for it. We want to do more. We want to do more, and we can build off of that. Anytime I have my Task Boss Academy meetings, we always begin with wins. What are your wins? What are your wins? No matter how small, what are your wins? My favorite wins. I woke up this morning, okay? That is the biggest win. Because if you don't, the game is over. It's over, right? So, boom, you woke up this morning. Endless possibilities, right? Endless possibilities. Okay, some people's win is I made it to class. Okay, like, you know, but boom, that is a win because a lot of people might have not have made it to class today. Okay, I made a sale. I got a new client. I went live on social media. I finished this small task. I watched a module. I actually implemented something that you said and got results. Whatever the win is, you have to start acknowledging those wins as you are starting and building and scaling your tax business. Okay, boom, I got a babysitter for Saturday so I could do certain things in my business and get ahead. You did the task that you wanted to do while you had a babysitter. Huge win. Say, yes, I did that. I did that. You know what I'm saying? I did what I said I was going to do. I did what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to watch a module. I watched a module. I said I was going to implement everything in this module. I implemented everything in that module. Okay? Nothing builds confidence better than you keeping your own word to yourself. Try it. Try it for a week. Try it for a week. Say you're going to do something and actually do it. When you say you're going to do it. And see if your confidence doesn't skyrocket through the roof. Why? Because now you believe your own word. Now when you speak, your posture changes. You like, oh, I keep my word to myself. So when I say something, I say it with conviction because this is what I do. This is how I roll. That's where you want to get to. Okay, so look, if you're a mom, a single mom, a non-single mom, a working person that you just living life, okay, and you want to do something like create an additional stream of income, start a tax business, elevate your existing business, okay, you can do it even with a full plate. You can do so with the full plate. You just have to decide to do something about it. And you just have to decide to pursue whatever it is you're trying to pursue. Okay? The difference between deciding something and choosing something is when you choose, you still have choices. Okay? You still have choices. So you can choose, you know, to work on your tax business today, but you can choose something else tomorrow. It's not finite. But if you decide something, that means that you eliminate every other choice that it is out there. And you decide that this right here is what I'm doing. You have blinders on. You are full-fledged go on whatever it is that you have decided. So I'm asking you to decide that you're going to start a tax business if that's what you want to do. That you're going to elevate your tax business if that's what you want to do. And use these pointers of starting as your foundation, okay? Leveraging your time, starting small by learning the basics and working your way up, and then setting goals, taking your goals and transforming them into achievable pieces. And start implementing things, okay? Because listen, if you have kids and a job already, you are already like the master of multitasking. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what time was until I had a child. Now time is like, I didn't even know you can fit those many tasks in an hour. An hour. I can do more now in 20 minutes than I could before in 2 days. Okay, like, it's crazy what becoming a parent will do. You got to move. Okay, if you're trying to get something done. So you already know how to do that. You already know how to manage chaos. You already know how to multitask. Okay, now it's just time to channel that energy into building something for your future. Okay, and with Tax Boss Academy Digital, that can happen. You'll have the resources, you'll have the support to really make your dream a reality, guys. Okay, so click the link in my bio, learn more about it, and I will see y'all later. Peace.